be wanting to sound like. Real talk. That's what that is. Yo, hold on a second. Yo, hold on. Let me turn this up. So listen, I had to play that real quick just to get my mood right. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to August with the shade. I see you. Brooklyn Pleasure. I see you too. What's up, Aisha? Jay. Yo, I forgot like really, really quick because we got off early from work today. And I forgot. I was like, yo, I still do have something to do, but it's good that I went live at the time that I did because at about 6 o'clock, I might have to wrap it. So anyway, yeah, man. So I opened up the app, and of course, the neighborhood talk. You know, um, I think what they trying to do with Cardi B, she thinks she's slick, and what it is that what I told y'all, like she can't go away. Cardi can't go on hiatus. So what it is that like you have to sit back and really analyze Cardi. What she's seen the attention that Glorilla was getting when she was doing shit and saying shit, right? And now she's coming out saying stupid shit in video. It's like she's trying to click on because she knows that it's like it's pretty much dust out here in female rap right now. Like honestly, like you know, no, I can't say that as far as like the girls who are grinding to get to that point. Not for them. But what I'm saying is on a mainstream level, Lotto just came out with a track and nobody's jacking it at all. Like, huh? And what did they say? What did they call her? They said that she was flourishing, and she said that everybody was the same in regards to how she was comparing her, her career to Nicki. So that's just funny to me that it was just like, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't be trusting it because I feel like this. If you only have one song, where are all the listeners from that one song? They not listening to the other song. They not supporting that other song. They ain't pushing that other song. So that to me is always an indicator that is purchased. It's purchased. That's what I'm telling you. I said when Lotto was out and that big energy shit was up, I said who, and I know people probably thought I was hating, but I never give a fuck. Listen, you know that commentary is channel to channel. You might have some believers and thought that Big Lotto and everybody love Big Energy. I said, oh, that label is buying that shit. It ain't no way that all of those people was just invested because it was a Mariah Carey sample. I don't think so. I think that if Coi Leray players, even though that song is corny as fuck too, I think that if they would push that song just as hard, it would be the same. Like as far as like people not really liking it now organically, but if they pushed it, I think that I'm not gonna say nobody don't like that song because I do ask certain people like this one girl, but I can't really trust her judgment. Her judgment is wacky because she was telling me today she listened to Glorilla. I just found it interesting. She was just like, oh, she had this one song she was saying, and whatever she said, it didn't. It was like simple, but it was. She said like, yeah, Glorilla says something like, if we, I don't can't remember, but she said if we break up, don't tell somebody or some shit. And I was like, what? Like, oh, you a simple, listen. So anyway, let's proceed. Peep Cardi not trying to promote that Spanish record. Yeah, it flopped. It flopped. And yo, I'm telling you, I want you to look at the writings on the wall when it comes to Cardi B. So much shit be so apparent, but they want us to think that she's in a league with Nicki Minaj. They want us to believe that all of those 100 million records that were sold are real. It's a lot of payola in that. It's a lot of purchase. And for what? For a bitch to still feel insufficient, for a bitch to get all that surgery and still be done. Like I admit it, Cardi B looks better now, but she still got that pick me behavior. You talking about you fighting over a nigga, and then you didn't even use a good analogy talking about he's like my money. No, if that nigga is violating you, he's not like your fucking money. What are you talking about? It's like I hate these mixy mind motherfuckers. You ever listen to somebody and be like, you're just a mixy mind fuck, just mixy. Like what the fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna pull that up. Go against Nicki is gonna cause shit. You listen. So I want to say this because I don't. What I wanted to say about Nicki is not really that deep, but this is what I would really love for her to do. And I know that we ultimately don't want that, and we can't control what she does with her career. Nicki could literally have something planned. And excuse me if the fucking Wi-Fi is bad because it's raining really hard outside. So. I don't know how that's impacting the Wi-Fi until after the playback or whatever. But listen, this is what I really want For all of the girls who bubble, and I'm not talking about the Doja Cats and the Doechis or whatever, like, the Young Devon. Also, happy birthday to Young Devon. She turned 21 years old yesterday. So, shit, can you think back when you turned 21? I remember we went to this restaurant in New York. It was called Chicago Uno's. Have you ever been to a restaurant called Uno's? Well, we went there, and I remember the lady, just because I didn't have my license, she was like, "Oh, I have to give you a virgin daiquiri or whatever." And I'm thinking to myself, like, I fucking drunk when I was 16 years old. What are you talking about? Like, that's why that shit didn't even mean nothing to me. Like, as far as they be like, "Oh, you're legal, you can have a drink." I don't think my mom knew that I drunk when I was 16 though, because I did that shit slick. That was in the 90s. You could go to the liquor store and just go in there. As long as you had that like assertive personality, like, yeah, I want the Remy Red. That's what I was getting. I want the Remy Red. That's why I thought it was so funny when Remy Martin was calling herself that at one point. She was like Remy Red because yeah, that was that shit niggas used to drink in the hood, like with the Alizé. Yeah, I ain't really like Alizé like that. Not really. But I hope Nicki dropped the album close to the summertime. I hope Nicki just starved they ass out. I want to see, you know what it is? I want to see what Cardi can do for a full era out here by herself with just nobody else to try to compete silently against. I want to see what she's going to do. I want to see if she can keep the interest, and then I want to see her embark on a world tour. Nicki probably could be having, listen, you know that people were saying Nicki was getting thick on her tour. I'm not starting a rumor. I'm just speculating, but listen, I wouldn't even be mad if Nikki had another baby and she took another year off and came back next year. Yep. Break that shit right up. Super Freaky Girl served its purpose. It's going to be on the charts for probably like 20 something, hopefully 30 weeks. It's just going to do what it's going to do. Let's continue to stream it. It's Thursday. It's the last day of the tracking period. So make sure that you stream Super Freaky Girl, stream it a few times, play the remix, just stream it and support it. It's rising now because all of the holiday songs and stuff is shifting. So now she's going back up. So just make sure that you support Super Freaky Girl. Do your part and stream it. It's artists that I stream every day. Like, I don't care what happens. I stream their music all the time. So just make sure you stream that song. I think we did get a little comfortable though, because Super Freaky Girl was getting so much love on radio, like she should be. Like, this is why, like, I get mad. Like, yo, it's so hard for me on some real shit as a black man, and I know that Megan Thee Stallion is not perfect, but I don't give a fuck. Cardi B fixed face ass don't deserve more promo than her. She should be getting the same. When we seen what hot shit did. Nobody liked that song. Why her song ain't get that play? Why Young Devon don't get that play? Why Doechii don't get that play? There is nothing special to me about Cardi B. And I think she knows that, like, and she tried to use that to like show the girls, like, oh, I could bring you in, I could do whatever. And trust me, they putting money into that Glorilla song too. Like, come on. And Glorilla need to be working on what's next, baby. Because what's next? Because that's gonna peak pretty soon. What's next? What's next? That's what I'm saying. They don't be really superstars, and this is where I feel like the gatekeeping is poor. Y'all just letting anybody run in. I want to see. I want to see a person have a fuck that. We in a new day now where you have to be able to push shit and make money and get streams. I want to hear when somebody comes to an album, comes to a label for a meeting. I want to hear an artist that's ready to go. I want to trust your mind that you found all of these underground producers and you had all these different waves on the album and you presented yourself to me ready to go. That's what I feel like the artist like a Nicki, how like she came and she was touring, bitch, on tour before she got a record deal. That's how Cardi, you could never be in the same. I know you hosted a lot of little clubs on your stripper shit and hosted and went around the world and shit like that in the United States and was hosting, but it's not the same. So nobody cares if you was booking out over personality. It's like Nicki was booking out over music with clothing on that didn't even cost anything, and they was just obsessed with her like they are obsessed now. And I'm pretty sure Cardi was in those numbers when we all loved Nicki. I'm pretty sure she was in those numbers. She was. She was. So media training, stage performance, everything. Yes, we need more gatekeepers. Yeah, they just letting everything run in. Ice Spice is talking about, listen, I'm not hating on Ice Spice or nothing, but it's just like people are manipulative, just like Cardi B is. If they paid her $2 million, I don't see how they got the money back. If she got $2 million to rap on a mic, I don't see how she got the money back. And then she said something one day. She was like, people set out my 15 minutes of fame. She was just like, but I'm going 2 for 2 now. Bikini Bottom didn't even listen. We all looked and monitored the radio charts. Munch didn't even crack top 100 in overall radio. Sweetheart, I called it. I said that song is gonna peak by the end of the year, and it's already peaked. And Bikini Bottom, it got a nice little beat, and I like it because Young Devin freestyled over it. But I don't really care for it. Like I just don't. I'm tired of these losers winning. I'm tired of it. So it's hard for me to just be like, I don't want to see Megan. No, I hope Megan continue. I hope she does good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not praying on nobody downfall. I'm telling you, you do that shit, it's gonna come back to you. And sometimes I feel like people do it and they don't even realize the karma that they already living in, so they just keep doing it. No, I want her to be good. There is nothing that Cardi B deserves over Megan. Listen, why the city girls out here clinching? Like, come on, you know that Young Miami is clinching. I don't even really feel like she's in a relationship with Diddy, but she clinching to that dick and that whole, she clinching to that whole persona or whatever that she gets through being relative, what whatever, through his name, through his being, and he's using her for her youth or whatever. But it's like, it's sad because if she was really that bitch on like a level of like, just you don't even got to be on Nicki. I respect Young Devin because I feel like she do her thing and she don't feel like she got to dress. She dress when she want to, how she want to. She do the music that she like. And when from me, a person who likes music, I can tell that she's an artist because she don't just do drill. She's so outside of that. It's so easy for her to do that. So I respect. I don't know. I just respect real artists, and I feel like, again, just going back to Cardi, if she deserves radio play, why Doechii deserves radio play? The same way Doja Cat get radio play. We need to see all of the girls who, I mean, shit. We need to see all of them winning on that level. And that's completely just bogus for you to be sitting up there with all of those millions of radio play and we looking at the song across the charts. It ain't charting, it ain't Shazamming. Shazam is just easy. People open their phone up and Shazam. Nobody was Shazamming hot. It wasn't on no, it wasn't charting at all. We seen it in plain sight on this channel. We seen it. So why do you deserve that? So no, I won't prey on the downfall of Megan Thee Stallion. I don't give a if at that rate, if a corny ass song from Cardi B got over 30 million in radio, Megan's wackest song, Plan B, should have got that. You know that shit came and left. It came and left. She should have got that. There is nothing more deserving of Cardi B. She's not even good, in my opinion. She's not. Like when you got to when you and the thing about it is, right, I wonder if this is kind of fucking with her too. Like the whole fact that, Megan was going through that case and then Partisan. And then, things have shaken up since her first album because Megan wasn't really out when Cardi dropped her first album. I mean, excuse me, in a major way where they was like clicked up and friends. So you have to realize psychologically, unless she's a fucking dummy for real, she would have to like, damn, this is the guy who she's dealing with. He helped with my album. So I'm pretty sure there's things that maybe she's questioning. She's probably like, did he give me the whack shit? She listened to commentary. And I said that Party could be possibly giving her the whack shit and giving Megan the good shit. But then also Partisan could just be one of those people. Like you have to realize the nuts in the dick that you suck. You have to realize this, right? You can line 5 rappers up, right? Say each and every one of them got a hot song. Only maybe 2 of them is probably going to keep busting their gun with some shit that people are going to. I'm not saying that the other ones won't keep rapping, but you know how you can line them up and you see how long that they will last, like a DMX. Like we hear certain rappers like the one in the title, like a Keith Murray. He's respected, he's a legend, but he didn't keep that fire burning for long. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like ops not ops not oops. I'd rather Nicki drop an album and tour next year instead. Yeah, I want her to starve them out. I want to see Cardi drop this album, build it up. You need she keep doing this Twitter shit every day. It's like Twitter was promoting her at a point where they was saying Cardi B posted. I'm like, damn, this some label promoted shit. They like trying to boost her engagement. This is sad. You should just be. You shouldn't have to like, damn, you don't got enough music out that people can't just, I'm pretty sure that based on like your settings on your Spotify and shit, like who I block on my shit. I don't even want to be suggested their music, but I'm pretty sure her music is pushed on other people. I'm pretty sure that people are hearing your voice, and then if they're interested, let them go and follow you. But it's like, no, you want these apps to suggest you, and that shit been going on for years. I'm telling you, I noticed that years ago that when you sign up for Twitter, could you imagine all the followers that Nicki got and all of the time she put on this app that Cardi B's face was on there? That's paid. That's paid. They gotta make the bitch, but you can't make people buy tickets to the show. You can't make people support a song even with 100 sales to put that song she dropped with Rosalia. This is like, listen, hold on a second. I want to bring this up on the side. I want to go to Corb.net. I'm telling y'all, if you dropped a single today and you had 200 faithful people who would buy it, you would be in the top charts. Just like I'm not saying that the chart doesn't shift. I'm not saying that the chart doesn't shift, but what I'm saying is that you would be up there. Let me see what iTunes is looking like right now. Hold on. Give me a second. I want to bring this up real quick. Um I don't think wait, hold on. iTunes. Well, it's not really showing on this chart. It doesn't show how many, but I know that there's a point where people could say, like, because I've seen people post it on the average week. They'll be like, Barb's, we need just 200 sales to go back into the top. You mean to tell me that after all the shit that you pop online and the way that they try to make your tweets go up when you say stupid shit, it's like you can't get 200 people? That is not real to me. That's not. That's not. That's not. And that's why like people take their shit in stride when it's real. I remember when Young Devin's CD came out, when her EP came out, and I think it got up to like maybe like seven. It was like between 70 and 90 on iTunes, but she was good with that because that's like that shows that you are building. People are interested. That means that people opened their pockets up and they chose to support you. That's what that means, right? So you mean to tell me that all of the clowns that be capping and doing all of that shit on Twitter, that shit don't translate? These people is not running it up for you. They streaming. That's crazy. That's crazy. And this whole industry is going to do people a disservice. It's going to be probably documentaries after how they the rise and the fall of the viral artists and the viral entertainers. Atlantic, if Atlantic, if they was to honestly uh you know if they are progressive in thought, they need to be trying to find an organic female rapper who's really good. You need to find somebody who you don't got to put all this money into and have all these tricks. And then now she's probably on the back end. Oh, that's what I didn't execute my point. So yeah, I did. Yeah, Partisan could be one of those rappers who he's just one of those. He had a good time, not last a long time. You know that some artists are just they go through waves. They get a hit and then they don't got nothing else to follow it up with. And I mean, he's been good with helping her with stuff. I don't know if he's the one picking out all of her beats, but who knows what the psychology behind why she's all of a sudden she's saying, I'm just not liking nothing. I'm not liking nothing. She probably don't want to put money in his pocket that ultimately puts money in Megan's pocket too. You just never know why Cardi B, you never know her rhyme and reason, but I'm damn sure gonna brainstorm it. Cause she's a fucking conundrum. She's a conundrum. Her being compared to Nicki is so disrespectful. They can't be compared. Nicki is one of a kind. She can't be compared to anyone, even if she is compared to her greats. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me go to Instagram right now. I want to bring this up so we could just get into the Cardi B video. It's like, shorty, it wasn't even like, what was it, like 4 or 2 o'clock on the East Coast? It's like you crazy drunk already. It's like you don't got nothing better to do. Like, why you ain't working on music? Hold on a second. I'm telling you, if you don't, now I believe more than ever, if you don't think that Cardi is waiting for Nicki to have the rollout, at least for her to know that Nicki is coming, for her to push it, I want her to do a whole era by herself, like a Pink Print, like a Pink Friday, like Romans Rule. I want to see her out by herself. Out, of course, Doja, I think she's coming soon. So Doja is going to be out doing her rounds, but she ain't going to clinch the Doja. Something inside of me is telling me that Cardi B wants Doja Cat on her album because she knows she needs somebody who's going to stream. I think she wants to work with Future too, probably. For some reason, because I'm trying to see where her mind went because she's simple minded. She tried to get Dirk on there because Dirk is for the streets, and she tried to get him to stamp her song. She wanted that three-way song, like how Nicki wrote on song with niggas when she killed them, but she just ain't give up the same. Do you understand where she's still in strategy too, where she couldn't execute it? She couldn't execute it. That's why the shit came and left. She couldn't execute. Still in the strategy. Now you doing songs with two niggas like you just that bitch and you a lyricist? You know that you not. Come on. Exactly. Nobody's checking for Cardi like that. That's why she got to do this. She got to do this Twitter shit. Let's bring it up real quick. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Please make sure that you like this video. You know what I'm saying? I've been really busy for the past few days. So I really wanted to just focus on getting caught up in fulfillment. So for some reason, I can't do it when I'm busy. I can't be on here because I gotta focus. So I'm about to go through another uh grind. Like tonight, tonight through tomorrow, about to do a push. Tomorrow about to do a drop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta push these orders out because what's happening now is that like I did something different with my website. See, they try to set you up to fail, I personally believe, right? Because on my website they have these preset amounts that are calculated by FedEx or whatever, right? So they have these pre-calculated amounts, and it was honestly deterring people who didn't want to spend a certain amount of money for my business. So I just decided to just make it a flat rate and just lessen that amount and remove FedEx and remove all of that. And it's been working. And I'm just like, yo, this is what I've been needing to do. And I can tell that I'm so like, and listen, I'm not getting inspired off of nobody. That shit happened with the girl at my job. She's leaving or whatever. Y'all been knew that I've been a business owner. And for the past 2 years, I didn't even have a job of just working my business and doing my thing. But what I'm trying to say is like, um, when you know that you have a song in you to be that needs to be sang, you know that you just feel it. And I feel every day like at my job that I'm just getting more impatient and more impatient as I sit there fully blessed seeing orders come in. I'll be like, damn, like I done sat like before. I promise you, before 10 o'clock this morning I probably made like $200 just off of my business. I'm like, yo, just sitting at work. But the thing is, it infuriates me because I'm just like, I need to be out of here. But you know what? I need to do it to a point where it's uncontrollable. And then I have no choice but to like hire like, I got one person, but I'm gonna have no choice but to hire two more people. I need to make sure that that volume is there. And then once I know it's there, then I'm just gonna have to be like, we gotta we gotta go our separate ways. So I'm definitely looking forward for that to come. I'm just happy that for some reason I just started to work my shit in a different way and it's been working for me. So I will tell you this too. You know how you on YouTube and you do this is to content creators. I think mailing lists are very important. You got to get mailing lists. You have to get a mailing list of people's email addresses and stuff like that. Those it is so valuable. I didn't even realize it. My friend, she told me, she said, you're leaving so much money on the table by not even using your mailing list. I promise you, I told you. So I had my business since 2017, had my website since 2018. So I've been building up subscribers. Like I have like probably over 5,000 subscribers. So you can imagine like if I drop an email and just be like, I'm having a 15% off sale, I can do $300 within like 3 hours typically. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't working it like that. I was just only focusing on like meeting new customers. But no, see, a business is it's multifaceted. You have to do marketing, but you got to do marketing right. And then also you gotta work it. You know what I'm saying? Ah, man, right. Trying to ride Nicki wave. You're gonna fuck around and drown. Ho, I need to order some more because them shipping costs. Yeah, the 50 or 60 was killing me. Yeah, check the site out if you know it. I'm gonna be promoting that soon because I'm one of those people that I sit and I reflect, but I also switch some things up with my business model to where I'm not, because it just doesn't make sense for me it doesn't make sense for us to deliver anymore. Like if you live in Texas and you order from my company, you get it literally in one day. Do you know how much it costs for 1 day shipping for somewhere in New York? That could easily be like $60. So that's a benefit. That's a plus for all of the residents who are in this state. It's like you get it in one day. Great. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing, but it doesn't pay for me to take that time or to pay somebody like $20 per because gases went up and you got to also um just pay people correctly as well. So I just think it's better for me to ship. So today, when I went on my lunch break, I shipped like 5 orders off. I had like 5 boxes, went to the FedEx, boom, 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 updated and cleared out my shit. So you get inspired by by running your own business. And this is why I'm like, I don't need to be sitting up here. If I would make, honestly, If you make $300 a day, that's over $100,000 a year. Like my friend put that in my mind like 2 years ago. She said you need to make $365 plus per day to make over $100,000, per year. And I'm like, so that's just my goal. So if I see it being steady like that, yeah, we're gonna have to, and I'm giving myself like a 6 to 8 month window. Another reason though, right? You got to be calculated by the way you do it, right? Because unfortunately, I am going to be shifting probably back to New York because for some reason, this is me personally, right? My mom is getting older. She just turned 68 years old. And when I speak to her on the phone, like I can tell, and it's just like, I just want to be, I want to be like more local, like near my mom. So I know that I am going to eventually, but see, I don't know if I can do it. It's so hard with the winters. Maybe I can just run my business and then maybe like I'll switch it up. But then my Texas customers is gonna hate that if I gotta ship to them from New York. They're gonna be so mad because they spoiled. They get everything immediately. I have to work it. Like you have to have balance. Like all incoming orders that's to be shipped, you have a 1 to 4 day business mark. And sometimes it'll get shipped in one day, but you just have to allow that space because I have to take Texas priority because you have to realize people who are in town, they like, I placed the order, I want my shit. Like, you understand what I'm saying? They want their shit fast. And I understand it. You ain't like, you're in town. Like, I want my shit. So that's that. So I have to take priority over, that takes priority over everything. But then I also have to carve out time to do, shipments as well. So it's just a blessing in its entirety to just even be able to do it. So yeah, yeah, let's see. Let me get into this video. Cardi B stupid ass. Right. All right, so y'all agree. Cardi B says that you should fight a woman for talking to your man because that's like stealing money out of your purse. I'm fighting with teeth. So you would fight a woman over a man who knows that he's in a relationship with you. He knows that he's in a relationship with you, and you're gonna fight her. See, that's crazy. And this is how what goes to show is like real talk, beauty is skin deep, and whatever it is that Cardi feels about herself, or the whatever self-love she has or the lack of, you can just tell that whatever money she has, it'll never wipe that away. She will still be the same person. Like real talk, that shit is, and she think that that shit is cute too, and maybe it's appeasing to her young fans and the people who like her. We don't have her resources. We're gonna get in trouble.
No, I don't give a fuck. How about that? Because I'll save even if I'm drunk or not. All right. So I've been
And she want to ride Glorilla Wave. She want to be in the blogs. And sweetie, I hate to tell you this, but I mean that's good. This one got 25,000 likes, but I seen them post something from Cardi the other day, and after 6 hours, it was sitting at probably like 6,000 likes. I said, "Ooh, I know she wish she was in the shade room." You know it. She know she got Kyle wrapped around her finger. We all know it. I think that she does. That's my opinion. I'm not saying she does. I'm just saying that's what I think. And she does this shit. She know that he's gonna post it, and nobody else is gonna talk about it. So
seeing a lot of tweets that be going viral talking about when Cardi says this. Hold up.
oh man. And she's feeling the gas that they trying to gas her. Like this verse was just so good. Like Cardi.
These tweets talk about when Cardi say she fighting over dick too. I don't feel her on that. But this my thing, right? This my thing. If a bitch go through your purse, right? If a bitch go through your
You could tell how stupid they are by the analogies they do. That don't even make sense. Go through your purse. Listen, obviously that's not your nigga. What's that shit? You share that nigga. Like you share that girl. You sharing. Like and shit. Maybe she didn't know. Like I'm talking about this in general. Not that, of course, everybody knows that Offset is with Cardi B, but I feel like she's saying this. She's putting this messaging out there for the young women, and it's just like you're gonna put somebody in a situation for a nigga who violates them. So what's gonna be next? And people get amused off of you fighting over them and shit like that. So Cardi B is toxic. She's toxic. That's what you call a poop hut mind. So let's continue.
purse and she steals some of your money, you're not gonna fight that
Oh
bitch?
man.
Yeah, bitch. You
Remedial analogies. You ever know when somebody just remedial?
you gonna fight for your money, right? So if a nigga's providing for you, giving you money, paying your bills, doing all that shit, and a bitch go take him from you, you're not gonna fight over that dick because that's your money. Cause that nigga's your money. You're not gonna fight for that, bitch. Cause I'm fighting.
All he gonna do is do that shit behind your back, and it's happened to you. Obvious. Oh, that's all he's gonna do is do it behind your back. Why you attacking her? But you know what? This is the same person who attacked that woman on Love and Hip Hop. Do you understand? The girl, like, I don't like her energy. I just don't. And I don't feel like she deserves to be here with her toxic energy. She is just hanging on to this game, and I don't know why. Like, go back to reality TV. Like, real talk. I feel like she just go back to reality TV. That's where she want to be. She want to just say this racy, stupid shit. Like, what are you talking about? If a girl is in your, if you in your purse, or you don't own any human being, you own your purse. You don't own any human being. He has to make a decision not to put PEN up as somebody else. He got to make that decision. And you mad and you gonna fight, but you know what? Like I said, this is very reflective of who she was on Love and Hip Hop.
with teeth. I'm biting you, bitch, over my nigga. Yes, I am. Fighting you over that date. Now, if it's a broke nigga, bitch,
You don't got to bite her because he probably gonna bring back the disease he got anyway, or vice versa, or whatever. You don't got to bite her, dummy.
I can
You
help
just
you.
saying stupid shit. Why would you bite somebody? The girl is uncouth. The girl is she just be talking because she have lips. Real talk.
Deserve charges on you, bitch. You deserve a whole restraining order. Don't mind me. I'm drunk.
Mm, yeah, you drunk. And this was like midday. They be bored like this in the celebrity world. Like, what the
No, I don't give a fuck. How about that? Because I'll say even if I'm drunk or not. All right. So I've been seeing a lot of tweets that be going viral talking about when Cardi says this. Hold up. These tweets talk about when Cardi say she fighting over dick too. I don't feel her on that. But this my thing, right? This my thing. If a bitch go through your purse, right? If a bitch go through your purse and she steals some of your money, you're not gonna fight that bitch. Yeah, bitch, you gonna fight for your money, right? So if a nigga's providing for you, giving you money, paying your bills, doing all that shit, and a bitch go take him from you, you're not gonna fight over that dick because that's your money. Cause that nigga's your money. You're not gonna fight for that, bitch. Cause
she getting it, and she's speaking for the remedials. That's who she's speaking for. Like, please don't be indoctrinated by this bullshit. She gonna be sitting up in her home, with gated security and all of that, and you're gonna be dealt with crumbs. And she's trying to tell you to fight over somebody, and you don't know if this person that you listen. This is what I'm trying to say. Don't be indoctrinated by nobody's bullshit, because what if you can't just do that to everybody? What if the girl stabs her? What if something, like, you open that up? Just stop just talking. Just stop.
I'm fighting with teeth. I'm biting you, bitch, over my nigga. Yes, I am. Fighting you over that date. Now, if it's a broke nigga, bitch, I can help you. You deserve charges on you, bitch. You deserve a whole restraining order.
She's trying to be funny, like, anything to rev, but she's trying to rev back up. Podcaster Andrew Tate and his brother arrested in Romania. Yo, they said that somebody passed away. It was a content creator who passed away. I was listening to Tariq Nasheed. Snatches prankster. Okay, so then she said, y'all talking about y'all won't fight over, but y'all be fighting over celebs online all the time. Nobody, what? That don't even make sense. She's sick. She needs to go away. Uh, the analogy. See, oh my god, this is what I'm trying to say, and is that like your feelings and stuff like that. A lot of things that we feel are universal, right? So everybody knows she bugging. Everybody knows that she's bugging. Wow. People argue over sports, politics, points of view, baby. It's not the same. Everybody know the girl bad mind. The girl so mix up in her mind. We gonna call Cardi B ingredient. She wanna be in the mix so fucking bad. She wanna be some cabbage and collard greens mixed so bad with that neck bone. No, not the neck bone with the smoked turkey. She just wanna be mixed. She wanna be in the mix so bad. She's saying this stupid shit. She wanna do commentary so bad. You know what I'm saying? But Cardi, you gotta know what the fuck you talking about when you talking about it. This is why people saying this shit. What's crazy is getting back with the man that cheated on you, but you fighting a woman he cheated with. Yeah, she's right. She ain't talking about nobody. Cardi B could never offend because the same black woman who you praised and you said was an idol and all of this, you working with a company who tried to tear her down. You making it seem like, and Cardi knows under it all. You ain't said. Listen, she don't have the. She doesn't have um the stamina of an artist who sold 100 million records would sell shit out. The stamina of an artist, and this is why these record labels, they're going to set people up. And I would be very scared if Cardi B got a deal with like Chanel or Fendi like Nicki Minaj. I would be very scared because want to know why? You know how you work a formula into something. I don't think Cardi B is influential. I don't see people. Nicki have, and it's like when I say this, I don't want to say it in a demeaning way, but people take to what they like. Like I was listening to and I can admit this. Sometimes I had thought that, for example, Black T Blog, how she laughed like Nicki or whatever the case may be. But let's be honest, right? If you like a person and you like listen to them a lot, like we do, or whatever the case may be, a lot of the time, sometimes, and people might think feel how they feel about it, but sometimes you can't help it. You can't help it sometimes. And what I feel like is sometimes we can't focus on what people feel about us. We got to just keep moving because when you focus on how somebody feels about you, is it clouds you. You got to be able to just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because when people can affect the way that you do shit, no, you got to let them know that they can't affect it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's see, arguing online and physically fighting are two different things. You the one meeting up with your fans, the fans of your enemy. It's weird. Anyway, have fun catching another case for your man, girl. It's wild. See, people have the same sentiments. I'm tired of this dummy. I'm tired. I feel like she is a dummy. I'm just tired of it. Why does she deserve this boost over the base over the Flo Millie of the rap girls? And I don't even feature her music like that. And I might catch up when she might have something that I might like. Let's see. Oh, my friend texted me, said be careful in the rain. I'm already home. Yeah, and I gotta go back out. So Texas, let me tell you about Texas. Texas reminded me, and this is what I love about memory. I remember being from New York when we went to Disney World. I went to Disney World the summer of sixth grade. So when we went down there and it rained in Miami, not in Miami, in Orlando, I had never seen it rain so hard. But you're down there close to the ocean. In Houston, of course, I'm right in the Gulf. So when it rains here, it rains so fucking hard. Fuck being in New York and for the winter, your car could spin out on some black ice or some shit. Down here, you think you're gonna speed in the rain? Oh, every time that it rains, I don't see it, but I hear about it, and sometimes I see it. But there's accidents all the time. I don't understand why you drive your car fast in the rain. You should be going slower. And I got all season tires, and I still feel it just a little bit. I feel my tires shift just a little bit, and that shit make me nervous, right? Because it rains so hard down here. It rains so hard down here sometimes. I remember my ex used to pull a car over and I'm not one of those people. We just got to keep going. But maybe sometimes you should pull over. Cause shit, but listen, that snow, I don't fuck with that snow. I don't fuck around. I will drive 5 miles an hour because that shit, if your shit spin out, ooh, that shit is bad. So anyway, she always right, swing about it. A debate about a physical take. Yeah, so everybody's just breaking down shit that Cardi's saying. Correlation. People are not impressed by Cardi B, and I think she knows that, and she's just trying to stay in the conversation by any means. Yeah. So I touched on that. So Nicki Minaj, yeah, Nicki Minaj is needed in rap because I feel like honestly, right, when it comes to female rap on a mainstream level, as far as like not the Doja Cat is there, of course, like Cardi's supposed to be there. Megan, I still feel like Megan, she deserved more burn than Cardi. I don't care what nobody say. There's nothing. What is more? What does Cardi B have talent wise that is more deserving over more radio play than Megan, Doechii, Young Devin, any girl? What is it? And I can just imagine how that script is going to be terrible. She really wishes to have the Barb support. If you think about it, she could have rocked it right. She should have really been more humble because you're not even talented, sweetheart. She should have really been more humble. Like, but the thing is, she's a firecracker. She started getting all these attention. You know what it is with people who've never been popular before and they get all of this attention, and then it's just like they don't really know how to handle it. Like, they don't really know how to handle it. Cardi just simple existing in the industry. That's it. That's all. Like, let me tell you some of my blockers, right? And I'm gonna tell you this. I do this shit to not really to safeguard me. I read mostly all of the comments. But when I be deep in thought, I don't read the comments because I don't want to be taken off course of what the fuck I'm gonna say. And that's how I be feeling, like I be forgetting what I'm gonna say, and I'll just have to catch myself and make y'all forget like I changed the subject. But I hate it because that's what happens when I read the comments. I want to be lost in my thought because that's how I get mixed up. So, and then also it kind of like protects you too because you can't really, you should, I don't feel like you can indulge everything. Like, well, you can, I read most of the, like when I get off of my video, I read all of my comments and shit like that. But of course, if you're in the chat in the now, you're not going to see every single thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. She's the ugly girl finally getting attention. Damn, getting attention in the mention. She was the one getting suspension. Lack comprehension. Always in detention. Trying to get a mention. Lack comprehension. Always in suspension. What? That shit remind me of Nicki when she was like, couldn't believe that I was home alone, contemplating overdosing, no more coasting, no more toasting over oceans. She killed that shit. In Bed of Lives, she said, I just figured that you see me in, I just, but I couldn't, something, and I couldn't. When the tears fell down, it's like you ain't even noticed some. If Cardi really had talent, everybody would notice something. What the fuck you really telling me? What you telling me? I could tell you lying. Get the fuck out. Don't yell at me. She killed that shit. She kills everything. She kills everything. Like, why you here with all of these hungry girls? Listen, the hungry black, the hungry Latina shit, even the white girls who be spitting. What is so deserving of Cardi B spot? Why is Atlantic putting that money into it? So we know that if nobody liked hot shit like that, why did that song get almost 40 million in radio? Why? Why did it get that? Now, this is why I get mad sometimes, right? Streaming is super important. But I be feeling like sometimes when we force people to Shazam, I feel like that shit. And if you could follow me, understand what I'm saying. This is why I don't feel like that shit fucking matters. Yeah, I be saying, do that shit. Do it because it triggers and it gets radio. We see this bitch being on the charts of fraud. We seen her on radio charts for days where it says Shazam, no entry. No entry Apple Music, no entry Spotify, none of that. We done seen what good form like I want you to understand this too when you look at this at two separate things. I do also think that YouTube is slowing up the views for Super Freaky Girl, but I want you to imagine how Super Freaky Girl, Anaconda, and Good Form, right? And Super Freaky Girl, even though the song title and all of that, it's not really it's suggesting, but it's not really ass shaking and shit like those other ones. So you know it's gonna be less, it's gonna be a lesser views in that respect. Because of course the freaks is watching it, the men who lust over Nicki, the old white men, black men, Asian, all demographics, all backgrounds. You know that they watch it just for that. That video didn't really give that. That video was more suggesting, and the panties down in his mouth and stuff like that. So, but I do think that they suppressed the views and the reach of that video, but they can't hold her down. She's still moving. Okay, they suppressed her on YouTube, but radio ate her up. She going on 20 weeks on radio. I really want Nicki to go quiet. I want Cardi to have the dance floor to herself, and we want to see the bitch dance. We want to see her dance. We want to see what she gonna do for first single, second single, third single, and roll it up and get the fuck out of here. That's it. So, oh my God, I'm mad alive. I'm say it and I'm gonna say it. Cardi B ruined rap. She ruined it because then she has these female rappers who see that she got blessed with all of these accoutrements, and they think that she did something, and all right. The reason why her come up is so manipulative is because the people would think that all they got to do is grind like her, and then when they get to that position, they're gonna sell records, but they don't realize she missed the very important part. She because they boosted her up. She admitted to paying for it even when she was independent before the label. She was paying for radio play and shit like that. So yeah, the industry is so evil. I hate the way they do Nicki, but yeah, Nicki has fans, so that's why no matter what she comes out with, we're always there. They can't change that. So how they praise awful ugly Guadalupe. Oh, you sound like Lola. Carnella, I meant to tell her how you was going wild on a fucking chat. Yeah, shout out to Lola. Is Lola in the chat? What's up, Patrick? Given that I'm Haitian, her saying nigga is so problematic considering what's going on. She feel like she could say nigga now because now she got a black kid and then she got a black rod going in and in and out of her. You know, she was on the interview saying that she hated people like herself. So you know what that's hitting for. Hold on a second. All right. Rap is a joke. Isn't even rap anymore. Cardi B ruined everything. Cardi B doesn't belong in rap at all. She don't. I'm not being funny. She deserves to be successful and have a life that's comfortable and everything. Would never want to see anybody hit rock bottom, but I feel like she's a toxin in this game. You're manipulative. You're deceptive. You're making all these girls think like, oh, if I work with Cardi, like, look at poor Anita again. Anita, look at Rosalia. She just probably knew. You know damn well Rosalia did a song with Nicki. We would have had that shit up. We would have had that shit up. Poor Rosalia, Cardi. Only reason she wanted to collaborate with you was because you got that Latin Grammy, and she felt as though that maybe this song will blow up, and then I'll get that reach, and then this next song I'm working on for my album, they'll be receiving it more because I already work with Rosalia. Yeah, no cigar, no cigar. Back to the shed. What? All right, so I wanted to bring this up real quick. Oh, it's 5:57. I gotta hurry up. So I want to bring this up. Somebody sent me to this morning. I was really shocked. So Keith Murray is saying that him and Foxy Brown has some sort of situation going on. I ain't see this posted on any blog. Somebody sent this to me. So let me bring this up real quick. I was really shocked by this conversation too. So hold on a second. Let me know if you heard this. Hold on. Hold on. I want you to listen to this. Like, why is niggas doing this shit? I don't think that this is cool at all. So let me bring this up.
We became close with each other.
Hold on. I want to bring it back up because I wanted to start so you could hear him say her name.
So me and Foxy Brown, we became close with each other, like passing each other, and we became intimate friends, right? So in LA,
He said they became intimate friends. He talking too much.
at the House of Blues, I'm with Def Squad. We rock the house, bring it down. Yo, the rafters is done. After the show, this is around the time when she was going with Corrupt. I don't know if they was married or not. So after the show, because I've seen her in Brooklyn too, and sometimes, and I was dealing with her. I was trying to, date her, be a boyfriend, girlfriend. And then Wendy Williams on the radio was like celebrity sightings. They seen us coming out of a hotel. And then Eric Sherman was like, yo, she got you, Keith. Wendy got you. They talk about you and Bobby. I was like, all right, boss, I don't care. It's cool. I'm gonna be spotted. But after the show, like we rock hardcore. went into the hotel, and she gave me hardcore head.
You see how you talking about? He said he's talking about. He's saying on. So what is this platform? The Art of Dialogue. He's saying Foxy Brown gave him hardcore head. It's like, why are you talking about this? Um,
It's like celebrity sightings. They seen us coming out of a hotel. And then Eric Sherman was like, yo, they got you. She got you, Keith. When they got you. They talk about you in boxing. I was like, all right, boss, I don't care. It's cool. I'm going to be spotted. But after the show, like, we rocked hardcore, went into the hotel, and she gave me hardcore head. You know what I'm saying? Hardcore head. And then I was not ate up, but I never up.
he said that she gave him top and then he gave her top but he never had sex with her. Well, I guess that is still sex, but
she was with Corrupt at that time, so we was coming out of the hotel after she gave me head, sat me in the chair, give me head.
wow.
So it was
why would he
coming out the hotel, the Lamar Trion, and we was coming. The Corrupt was coming. He was coming. He was coming. I said she was coming out the hotel, the elevator, and we was walking. And I said, oh, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to pin, it was the East Coast, West Coast going on. And she said, and I said, yo, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to pin two rappers against each other. So I spent off and went the other way. And she went right to him. And that was around the time when she was with him. You know what I'm saying? And God bless the dead. I ain't gonna say nothing, but at the Apollo, DMX.
So he being messy. He being messy.
Bomb, the boom. What you know what I'm saying?
I will say this: Foxy Brown, when they was accusing her of fucking with DMX back then, she did get on the "What's Your Fantasy" remix with Ludacris. She had the best verse on there, and then she said, "Bitch, y'all bitches go wait." What she said? Especially when a bitch get right on X, get it right on X. Fuck them, check right to the next. So it's like these stories is now Keith Murray is talking about he fucked with her. And now he's talking about some DMX Survival of the Illest. This is the same story that keeps reoccurring. Like, oh man.
Yo, your head. Ate the. And then I was going to Brooklyn and they angry. She's like, not in my brother's room, Keith. No, not here. Head, bang, bang, bang. In the hotel. Then they got married. I was like, oh, that's when I knew females are no go. Yo, she's a main artist, whopping me off. Married to this dude, but I don't know if they was married at that time. You know what I'm saying? It was, and then they was beefing with the other girl, the Nivea they Corrupt was with at that time. Mm-hmm. That time, word. Yo, can you imagine your wife, a rapper, whopping off a nigga and then walking? Well, she was trying to use me. It could have been guns popping that night in there, in that lobby. Because I used to do the raises with the mouth. I had the raises all the time. So they would have had me somewhere in LA locked up, slicing over some kitty cat.
I'm going to say this. I don't think he's lying.
You know what I'm saying? Foul.
You got to think about it. What reason would he have to lie? And when I look at him or whatever, right? I don't listen. You never know what anybody's into. But I look at I look at Keith Murray and how he looks in this interview. You might have to check it out on TikTok. But it's the Art of Dialogue. But he's a dark skinned guy. He looked like he got pretty much good skin for his age. He might be like 50, going on 56. I don't know how old Keith Murray is. Hold on, let me look that up on the side. Actually, Google Keith Murray age. He was on I Shot You with Foxy Brown too. Oh, he's 48 years old. Oh, he's not that. And exactly, they right around the same age. I could see that. I could, because they right around. Well, he's a little bit older than her, but listen, I don't know. To me personally, it didn't seem like he was trying to disrespect her. He just having his count of events.
Whopping me off. Married to this dude, but I don't know if they was married at that time.
You got to realize also with him, he's not been he hasn't been like in media for a while, so he still got a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? He still got a story that's to be told. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's not going to do a full documentary, but he's doing an interview. I feel like he's speaking his truth, so keep going.
It was around that era, and then they was beefing with the other girl, the Nivea. They corrupt was,
And that was so true. Anybody remember that song with Nivea? What was that song Nivea did with Corrupt, and they was trying to tease Foxy? Um, it's over. It's your time now. It's over. It's my time now. It's over. The game. Sorry. Y'all remember that with Nivea with Natina? And then Foxy had dissed her when she came on her album when she was she had dissed her. That shit was crazy. Natina Reed from Black. They damn sure did have that song. It's over. It's done now. It's over. This is Foxy Brown. That's crazy. Hold on.
hey, bang, 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 in the hotel. Then they got married. I was like, oh, dude, that's when I knew females are no go. Yo, she's a main artist, whopping me off. Married to this dude, but I don't know if they was married at that time. You know what I'm saying? It was around that era, and then they was beefing with the other girl, the Nivea. They corrupt was with at that time.
That's what I'm saying. The man, it ain't that what I'm trying to say is, I'm gonna play it after this. He doesn't. It's not that he's struggling to have recollection. He's on point. And as a fan, I'm giving him tens across. He's on point.
That time. Word.
Yeah.
Yo, can you imagine your wife, a rapper, whopping off a nigga and then walking? Well, she was trying to use me. It could have been guns popping that night in there, in that lobby. Because I used to do the raises with the mouth. I had the raises all the time. So they would have had me in somewhere in LA locked up, slicing over.
I remember Foxy had this freestyle, and sometimes you got to realize these female rappers, they do be saying the shit that they feel. You got to realize, especially having an ego, you Foxy Brown, you Little Kim. I'm sure Little Kim got her stories and shit too. But I remember Foxy is like, can I get all this ice and all the dick of my life? So maybe everybody has their stories. I feel like just like how they try to paint Megan Thee Stallion story, I feel like every female rapper have this story of just getting these niggas. Like Remy Ma even said, she never said it in a sexual way, but she said her and her friends would use male groupies. She was like, they would have them rub their feet for hours, licking the bottom of their feet. She said this in like she did like a little interview with everyone was talking about that. So every female rapper, I felt like they've done something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like that Megan Thee Stallion shit is too far away from what a lot of. I know that Lil Kim had her rounds because listen, back in the day, there was a Realms of Junior Mafia DVD that Lil Kim was suing them over because in the DVD they tried to portray, which I personally think it was some validity to it, but they said that Lil Kim had sex with everybody in Junior Mafia, like they was just like passing her around in Junior Mafia. They were saying that, yeah, that was in the DVD. And Lil Kim, if you Google it, you probably can find a little bit of the story where it says that Lil Kim sued Junior Mafia or whatever, like for 20 million or something like that. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me send a message to this woman because I gotta go. Yeah, so shout out to everybody who showed up. Again, shout out to August with the Shade. I haven't spoke to him in a while, but me and him just, we chopped it up really quick. And I think a lot of times on YouTube, like, content creators, I think that we're really guarded. I know that I'm really guarded. And the thing is that I realize that everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a different opinion, whatever the case may be. And, I can admit fault when I think everybody can admit when they've either gone too far or you could have made a person feel a certain type of way and whatever. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Bygones, bygones. And shout out to him. I wish everybody I wish everybody love and support, and I want everybody to grow. Like for example, I was speaking to him, and he was like, "Oh, I was gonna go live, but I'm gonna listen to yours." But no, go live. Like I don't. I'm telling you, when I mean this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, I don't ever want to be the friend that's popping and you not popping. Like, cause then what's gonna happen is that you're gonna drain me. You ain't gonna be popping on yourself. You're gonna drain me my resources because I'm gonna love you, and it's just gonna be like I'm getting it, but you're draining me. It's like no, let your light shine bright. I don't want When I tell you, like, I remember when me and my cousin, it was the year that we turned 30, right? And I remember we was in Atlanta at the Waffle House, at this Waffle House. For some reason, my cousin is so bougie, but she will eat down in them places like that because it reminds her of college. But I remember she said that shit to me years ago, and she was like, "I ain't letting no bitch block my shine." She's like, I'm not like, and that shit just stuck with me. And I was like, oh, like, yeah, that was a while ago too. So it just stuck with me. I'm like, if you shouldn't, because she was going through some struggles at that time where she was like, advancing in her career or whatever, she was advancing. And sometimes when you look around and you know what, for Black women, I think that this is typical. This could be, I don't know. I'm gonna speak for our community. I can't speak about any other community. But what I'll tell you is that for my business, I do meet a lot of different Black women, and they like this one Black girl who I delivered to her house. The crazy thing about her is that I respect her so much because the way that she even move is G, right? So when she orders from my business, she has, and that kind of put me on. She has like a virtual office. So the way that she moved, you don't really know her address. So what happened was is that she had ended up like she wanted more cookies. So she was like, "Oh my gosh," she was like, "I'm gonna have more people than I expected. Can you drop something off?" But then she sent me the address. But as she led with her business and everything, she had her virtual address and she put me onto it. And I was just like, "Oh, this does make sense." Like she like, yeah, like I'm protected. But the reason why she told me that is because she was like, last year I went through a purge. She was like, it was like I advanced at my job. She's a registered nurse and she works at what's one of those hospitals she works at. But then she was just like, her life started to change and her friends started saying like just crazy things to her about like, just her growth. And she was like, yo, I really gotta like I got people around me who don't like me. And I don't know what it is because my friend who also lived in that area who passed away, she lives in that area. They both from the same community. She was like, because I'm from South Park. I'm living out here in Siena. Her house is beautiful. Like, yo, she did it up big. And she was just like, I don't want nobody around me who don't want the best for me. And I don't want nobody around me who's not, I want people to do good. You don't want to build the culture of your relationships where you are. And this is why I personally think that it's sad that Foxy is going through so much with her brother because I don't know her money, but her career is different. And I felt like her brother was loving her when her money was up. And now that she's not out, like per se, right now and doing her thing, I feel like I'm not saying that it's all about money, but I feel like it has a lot to do with that because maybe he was draining her. She used to be in interviews talking about how she worked for Gavin. She was like, I do all of this for him. That's your brother. But, he was vital to her career too. But it's one of those things when you don't have anything and you turn around, it's like when you have it, people love you. But then when you don't have it, shit, it's like, mm-mm. Even the other day, me and my brother, he was because something had happened, and my brother, we was in a group message. He sent a message to my mom, and I just didn't like the message, so I didn't respond to the group, but I responded to him. He didn't respond back to my message, but I know he got it. But I just told him like, bro, like we've been in each other's life since the beginning. It's like I'm not mincing words with you at all. I want you to know that I love you, but I'm not holding back. Like, nah, like I'm not doing that. So you can say whatever you want to me, but we need to make sure that it's healthy, that you can at least get your shit off. Say how you want to say in a way where it's not like you trying to like tear a person down. But shit, listen, I'm really protective over my mom, especially with her growing in age. And I just feel like when people get older, it's not to say that they can't do anything, but you can't be demanding people to and like trying to do, you just can't do that. Like when people get older, you're supposed to want to they want to have your trust. They don't want to feel bossed around and shit like that. So yeah, it's all love. It is. But back to what I was saying. I need to get up out of here. I believe Keith Murray, he could have told a story without revealing sexual dealings with Foxy. He wanted the world to know that she allegedly sucked him off, right? But if you hear in the beginning of his interview, he said that he was happy that people were seeing that. He said he was seen with Foxy. He said it. Hold on. Let me send this message. Where message and where message. Give me a second. See, shout out to. Wait, that just came in. Give me a second because I'm trying to find. All right. No, we're going to do that. I'm going to reach out to her, see if she want that. But let me see. All right, Nicki. Let me send her a message and let her know that I will be there by said time. She spelled her name like Nicki too. I'm like, stop playing with me. You know, damn. I don't know. It's people. I've never seen nobody name spelled like Nicki until Nicki. Have you seen people's names spelled like that? Maybe I just haven't paid attention to it to realize that every Nicki I know, their name is spelled Nikki. I've never seen it Nicki. Nicki name ain't even ain't Nicki. Her name is Onika. Maybe she. No. Let's see. Hey Nicki. Hold on. I'm sending a text message. All right. So let's see. All right, I'm about to get up out of here. So listen, I see mostly Nicki Nicki. Yup, nope. Back in the days, people used to say Kim went with a lot of men. Yeah, the realms of Junior Mafia. Actually, let me bring that up real quick. Let me do this real quick so I could say that I at least flashed it. Um, so with Little Nas X, he reportedly stated that what did he say? Yes, I have a son, and I'm no longer going to hide him from you. And he got a black son too. So shout out to Little Nas X. So because I definitely would take him as somebody who would be with a white woman. But do you think that's really his son? So all Little Nas X says that he has a son. He is no longer going to hide from the world. That's his nephew. Please don't take him serious. He could be trolling too, right? Because you know that he is good at doing that. I don't know, but at least the baby is. Let's move on. Let's go on. Hold on. I want to bring this up. Realms of Junior Mafia. Yep, they got sued over that shit. No, what was that Junior Mafia DVD lawsuit? Let me go to Google. No, Realms of Junior Mafia was the album title. All right. So Junior Mafia. That's why it was beef with them. Little Kim. Lawsuit. And if you calling me, you know that I'm live. That means that you hold on a second. Like, damn. All right, Little Kim sues Little C's Los Angeles against her recording and part of Little C. Oh, see, that was in 2005. Let me bring this up and see if it comes up right now. Please thumbs up the video if you're still here. Support the channel, Cash App. Please support. Please super chat if you would like to. Let me bring that up. I should have seen. I be lacking because my mind be somewhere else. So Little Kim sues Little C's. Let's bring this up so I could back up what the fuck I'm talking about because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So Little Kim sues Little C's. Rapper Little Kim has filed a $6 million lawsuit against her former recording partner Little C's over a planned DVD release. C's born James Lloyd testified against Little Kim in her recent perjury and conspiracy trial. She was sentenced to 1 year and a day in prison for lying to a federal grand jury about her involvement in the 2001 gun battle outside of a Manhattan radio station. In a lawsuit filed Monday in the U.S. District Court in New York, she accused the C's of preparing to release an unauthorized DVD, The Chronicles of Junior Mafia Part 2 Reloaded. Yeah, I think I read this to y'all for some reason now. It's coming back to me because I remember it not really being a lot of information. But the reason that they were going to, Lil Kim says that he's no snitch for testifying. Lil Kim hints at Lil C's, hold on. Let me see if MTV has more information. C's banker, Spain, who also worked with you and must testify. So, yeah, they only talking about the testimony. I don't want to know. I don't want to talk about that. So anyway, I'm about to get up out of here because I really do got to go. Please leave your comments below about anything that we discussed about the Cardi B trying to, you know what I'm saying? She talking about she fighting over a nigga who obviously ain't picking you. Like, you sending the wrong programming out. You sending the wrong programming out to the women in the urban areas. Now you're gonna have women fighting over niggas who still gonna violate them. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you coming with you, but you biting with teeth. Shorty, like, get a real job. Cause you bored, drunk at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I like the video. Thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely liked and subbed. I appreciate you, Dolce Garvis. Yeah, so listen, this is your boy LaRon, female rapidly. Please make sure that you subscribe, support the channel. I'm out of here. Peace.
Exit 6. LaRon. Best me. Yeah. Let's go. I'ma be the best me, is all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me, I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy, people gon' remember me. When they bet against me, then people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove. I'ma be the best me, you deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves, all the ones in memory. We can feel your energy, we send our love to you. Yo, I face myself in verses, they just okay with verses. I want the best me, so I figured I'd create the version. With bald tires, y'all liars, and them lanes just swerving. My wordplay be perfect placement, I know it makes you nervous. Couldn't pay my mom's back, even with the latest purses. You prayed away them curses, all them days you stayed in churches. Your little boys, I know you hated how we played the cursing. That rap music drawn fluence and it plays its purpose. Enriched our lives, never basic when these raps will surface. I know how to rank you for it, I love you and I thank you for it. Mommy, you give us your last, I'm putting you first. I'm sorry for the things we did that caused you to hurt. It go, I'ma be the best me, is all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me, I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy, people gon' remember me. When they bet against me, then people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove. I'ma be the best me, you deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves, all the ones in memory. We can feel your energy, we send our love to you. Yo, a prized possession, but not picture perfect. I give advice over our meals because I think you're worth it. I'm flawed like your name when I write it out in cursive. I know my angel's lurking, even if I ain't attend your surface. Help me complete my purpose, keep me safe from them jealous ones that can't tell us none. Haters be like them broke hitters with that dirt weed who can't sell us none. Rap game, everybody wanna deal with the hell is this, a sale or something? The way they ride them waves, gonna mess around and get a sale or something. Defeating all my weaknesses, I don't even know what week it is, but the best is yet to come. I know it's hard for you to see it big. The hurt and loss and trauma is still strengthening up my armor. It's still people wishing me bad, I know they still getting that karma. Listen, I'ma be the best me, is all I gotta do. I'm coming for everything, I put that on everything. You deserve the better things, I deserve the better things. When they go against us, then people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, is all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me, I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy, people gon' remember me. When they bet against me, then people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove. I'ma be the best me, you deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves, all the ones in memory. We can feel your energy, we send our love to you. I'ma be the best me, is all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me, I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy, people gon' remember me. When they bet against me, then people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove. I'ma be the best me, you deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves, all the ones in memory. We can feel your energy, we send our love to you.
How many times I got to let y'all bitches know I'm why so many bitches wanna take my flow? I'm too hot, too dope, flow like that pink Chris and mimosa. Who the fuck doper? Niggas wanna run up in my spot.
Vibes. Look, Baby Go 2 is reloaded. Got the hottest tape in the streets right now. Yeah. Listen, look, they done broke up the tongue and now they got me started. Used to post in a vacant apartment, shoot like a rapper but move like an artist. Only see blue when I roll out this carpet. Listen, think it's time that I clear up the rumors about who got the city on offense. I am not shorty, they see I'm maneuver, cause when I be stepping, moving them stoppers, I get that motivation to the realest. I'm missing in my bag and not my feelings. I make a couple thousand for my minutes, trippy little step on mommy little minutes. I see him throwing shots but I don't feel it. We don't even know your block the porn spinning. Please you going, I already did it. The money you showing made it up for citizens. Got up the porch, I fell in love with the court. I cannot play for no lackers. Went on the tour, realized I had to see more. You be dumb if you still go backwards. Girl is a cross. She only beat for the sport till we catch her in here while I asked her. Move like a boss. Ex fell in love with my sauce and I heard it until it was rapper. Hold on, that's tough. I just straight out the town, that's us. Told them I got the crown. Now what if the homies ain't feeling your sound? That's much. We're too booked in around, that's much. I left my dog and I found bad luck. If you play with my name, you a clown. That's us for my team to LA. I am now that up. No, I'm not underrated, that's an understatement. I'm the hottest coming off a feature. Went from my mother basement to 100 stages. I remember saving up for sneakers. Got me a deal before I got a feature. I was convinced to play me on his speaker. Body like never let nobody reach her. If he gon' say it, do it on a knee. Nothing flow unlocked. Way too smart, I don't know no op. Stay to my lane, now I know nuts up and they know it. I clean cause they know my block. I put in 50 froze up rocks, so I won't hesitate to go show my knock. Mama gon'